Everybody, I'm Suzanne from Screenwritenow. I help screenwriters and industry creatives to naturally de-stress and get focused into their creative rhythm and flow, build tremendous confidence, and deepen their emotional worldview into wisdom and truth. That way they can hook every audience. So today's video is part of my Industry Wisdom Bit series, where I'm bringing you professionals in television and film to share with us just one golden nugget of wisdom or advice that's helped them in their career and maybe can help you too. So today we're joined by Stephanie Erb. Stephanie, thank you so much for being here today. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I am a graduate of the professional acting program at SMU in Dallas, Texas. And then I went to New York and did a ton of regional theater, including the John Houseman's acting company tour that, Kevin Kline and Patti LuPone came from. And then I came out to LA to make money doing film and television. And since I've been here, I've done over 100 on-screen appearances, and over the last 5 years started to produce and write and direct my own projects, which I find is a great deal of fun and a little more powerful than sitting around waiting for your phone to ring. So that kind of sums up my trajectory right there.
Beautiful. I love it. Well, so much experience there, behind the camera, in front of the camera, live theater, all of it. So that's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
So with all of that experience, you must have so much wisdom, but could you just narrow that down to just one gem?
I was thinking about this because it's hard to narrow it down to one gem. But then yesterday I was thinking of this phrase. It's not about show business. It's about your existence. To me, if you dedicate your life to showbiz, you will get bitten pretty hard, I think, if you do not have a solid, happy life, because there's just no guarantee. I'm constantly being told, my niece wants to be an actress. What should I tell her? And I say things like, you must love being an actor a lot, because it's not necessarily you're going to be Angelina Jolie and then flying off to Paris, it can be very punishing sometimes. And if you don't like what you come home to, your puppy or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever, if you don't take good care of yourself, it can end up being a very miserable existence. So to me, it's about put your life first, put your people first, and then set those intentions and goals in the business. There's nothing wrong with that, but just don't expect it to be the source of your happiness, because sometimes it will be. I'm not going to lie about it. It's great to book an amazing job or to work with really fun people on a set, but sometimes there may be times where you are dealing with less than stellar artistic intentions or people. Every business has a mixed bag of people and occurrences, and show business, although people, depict it as being extremely glamorous and fun all the time, it isn't. Shooting a movie can be as boring as shit, it really can. You sit around in a trailer going do, try not to eat the Fritos all day, and text your friends. So my main wisdom, and I am learning this as I'm going, I'm not saying I came into it with this wisdom, I have it now, is that you better dig your life, because show business will come and go. It can be an evil mistress. It can be a loving boyfriend. But if you don't have a life that you love, you're gonna not find the love of self and the love of existence from work. Because it's just not something you can count on. And even if you have, like some people work for decades without stopping, you get old. And then a lot of times when you get old, unless you're Betty White, maybe things don't happen as frequently. And then where are you? You've learned to rely on the business for your happiness. And you have to learn how to function as a happy human being with or without it. And
I love it. So love your existence. Love your existence, not the experience.
Yeah.
How fabulous.
I mean, it is a business too. It's not about, something holistic and beautiful. It is a business. Horrible things might happen because of money. People need to make money, so they're not going to cast you, or they will pick up your script, or they won't, So anytime where capitalism is at the base, you can't use that as your solid footing for your life, period.
Right. You have to learn to be your own solid footing. Yes.
Yes. And hopefully you surround yourself with loving, good people and not people like, you know, you always hear about people who become celebrities. Sometimes they get surrounded with yes men who aren't really helping them, and they have drug problems or whatever. And the people around them are just saying, yes, you're great, you're great. Well, a real person who loves you might say, you have a problem, or I'm worried about you because you're not sleeping, or, you know, whatever the issue is. And I think when something is a business, it just has drawbacks. And the amazing thing about acting is you get love from your fans or the audience, or appreciation from your work that millions of people can see. But that's not what you go home with. You don't take those millions of people home with you unless you're kind of weird. But you know, you have to.
Even if you do, it's just momentary. It's just momentary.
Yeah, and it comes and goes, and people will smack you down, you know, with the critiques as easily as they will raise you up, you know. So I've just learned that if I'm going to keep going, and I have tried to quit, it's one of those like Al Pacino, they pulled me back in. I just really love it. I love the business. I don't really know what else I would do at this point. I mean, I'm sort of verbal, so maybe I could write ad copy, or I don't know, but you know, the whole thing is just part of my life. But if you want to stay doing it, you have to figure out how to not be miserable during the down times. And that is something a lot of people have trouble doing. And I myself had trouble doing it for, you know, in my youth. I'd be all sad if I wasn't auditioning for something or working on this thing or the other thing. But you have to, the comparison game is a stinky one, and you can't do that either. So you just have to go, my life's pretty awesome. I love my friends and my people. And that is my best advice. There were so many other aspects that I filtered through, but that I think is the most important thing to me right now.
Yeah, especially since it's so your authentic truth. So that's
Right.
really what makes it so valuable. So I'm sure people are going to resonate with your message, because people are really trying to find out who they are in this crazy transformative time that we're living in.
Well,
and
the
your
pandemic,
advice is pretty straightforward, you know?
Yeah.
Find you, love you, be with you, and everything else is kind of a bonus if it works out, you know?
Yeah, especially because we're all stuck in these little rectangles. You know, basically, I can't hug people and I can't do theater. And even, you know, there's less work right now until everything gets back, you know, into gear. So it really throws you back into what am I without all of the trappings, you know? So there was another aspect to it that I probably forgot, but you know, I think the
No,
gist
I think
of it
it's wonderful. No, I think it's going to help so many people. So hey, tell us how we can find out more about what's going on with you today.
Well, I have a website, www.stephanieerb.com. I usually try to keep that updated. I'm on IMDb like everybody is. Some of the stuff I've produced has been winning some festival awards. There's a sort of variety show, a quirky female variety show called Short Smirks that it has a site on Facebook. We shot the first installment of it the weekend before the pandemic started. So we just got that out, but we won Best Pilot of the Atlanta Comedy Film Festival this year, which was neat, and a couple other awards. I have a show that also aired during the pandemic called Therapy with Pammy that is on Facebook. And the offshoot of that is In Therapy with Dr. L. That's on YouTube. That's me, Dr. L. I have very strange Hollywood clients, including a roll of toilet paper and, you know, various weirdos you would find in Hollywood. And, you know, I'm very proud of the work I did in this movie called Ragdoll, which is 2 words. That's on Hulu. It was a Hulu pick of the month, or I don't know how that works. And it's on Amazon Prime, where I play a mom of a female boxer. And I get to be, you know, I love this role because she was both very snarky and funny, but also incredibly sad and loving all at the same time. It was such a slice of life thing, which you don't always, as a female in this business, we tend to get stuck in these little one-sided boxes, and this was just amazing. It's called Ragdoll, and I've won a fair number of supporting actress awards at festivals for it. So I'm really proud of that work.
Yeah, and it's so incredible, all the things that you've experienced and all the work you've been able to accomplish. And all of the links that Stephanie just mentioned will be in the description box of the video for everybody to go check it out and go follow her. So Stephanie, thank you so much for sharing today. Really appreciate it. Everybody who's watching, feel free to pop on over to my website, Screenwritenow, and download your free e-copy of 3 steps to get pitch ready. That way you can get into alignment with you and your script and hook your audience. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.
Thank you.